This podcast, bussin'.
Welcome to this.podcast. I'm your friendly host, Jay, joined by my friends. We got Co.
Man, what we talking about?
And then we got Uncle Damo.
Hi, my name is Uncle Damo.
The intro music you're listening to right now is Reed. The Streets Ain't Safe. Check him out. Do we know where he's at from, Co? Is he from Park Hill?
I don't know where he's from, man. Shout out to Cardell, man, for plugging.
Cardeezy.
Thank you,
No
brother.
Halftime Records. It really is. It really is.
Hey, always shows love and respect.
Always shows
So
love.
not only this podcast, but like to us individually.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time we see him, it's love. Shout out to Cardeezy. I love Park Hill. Keep it going, bro. You can catch Ray Reed and us on all major streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, videos, Amazon, you name it, we're there. Shout out to the incredible Lawrence and Larimer for providing space. You can catch them at lawrenceandlarimer.com, or you can come down to 3225 East Colfax Avenue and pop some drip. It's a lifestyle.
Discount code Uncle Damo. 99% off.
No, it is this dot, and you can also get some this dot merch. We're gonna open it back up. We had a good wave of people support us on purchasing merch, so thank you for that.
It's coming.
And yeah, we're gonna have another one.
Those your way, but it's coming.
Just cause you got it, that don't mean you gonna use your weapon. I
Let
see
me
niggas
turn
lose their
down
life,
the
left
music.
us with questions.
Again, shout out to
Like,
Ray
who would've thought the
Reed.
nigga murder you from
Yeah,
your
that's
own
it,
section?
wow.
That's why I stack these racks, cash out on guns, and count my blessings. That's why I
There
block
we
these
go.
calls, and I told you I ain't get your
There we
message.
go, there we
That's
go.
why I hit them all, fuck up, and even
Where was that at? Where was that at, fellas?
And it's hard, though.
This is nice.
It's nice.
The streets get slow again.
Streets
I
ain't
probably
safe.
send it all
Ray
in
Reed.
Texas.
Hey,
Check
if
him
you,
out.
Cousin Jam to just try to give him a death
Ray,
wish.
if you
The
listening,
weed I'm smoking so
come on the
loud,
show,
I just
brother.
hope you heard the message.
On the show, we highlight you.
Yeah.
Love to have
Let
you
the
on the
streets
show.
ain't
We'll have
safe.
you on the show, man.
Don't get in the way.
Let me
Grew
turn
up
that
in the
music
trap,
down.
almost threw it all away. Like I'm at the quarter.
No, that was nice. It's nice little flow there.
Ray.
What's up, y'all? We back. We gonna get to you
We out
last as far as
We out here.
yeah, cause you glowing over here. Yeah, you happy, smiling, cheesing from ear to ear when you came in here,
Hey,
man.
Yeah.
You got some great things to say. But Co, how was your week, man?
Oh, man, just get me, man.
Let's get right
Come
to
on,
it.
man. Don't worry
Yeah,
about me.
mine was good too, man. But my man,
No,
on the
no,
right,
No peanut butter. How was your week?
my week was good, man. Productive.
How was your week?
It's pretty. It was all right, man.
It was all right.
It was all right, man.
You came off of seeing Black Panther 2.
Man, came off seeing Black Panther
Yeah.
2.
What were your thoughts about it?
You know what? I was happy with it
I was happy. Okay.
because they kept, is this spoilers? Do we do spoilers?
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Black Panther.
Fast
Go ahead.
forward.
Okay. Spoiler. Sorry, we fast forward or spoiler alert?
No.
No,
So
tell
fast
us.
forward if you don't want to hear.
Oh
the
yes.
spo-
Okay, fast forward. Man, so what I did like is that they didn't have his sister doing all type of mad, crazy combat shit. She did scientist shit.
I like that too.
It's not like all of a sudden she takes on the Black Panther persona, like she takes on the Black Panther persona, becomes a Black Panther, and now she's whooping ass like T'Challa.
By the way of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's actually using her like she's a scientist in the movie, right?
Yeah.
That's her trade, right?
Right.
And how she got to her end goal was through science rather than straight, I'm just gonna brute strength somebody,
Yeah, no, that was dope. It stuck to the code of this is her character. Don't try to take that aspect away from her because that's what she is.
And it shows other black women
Yep.
like, I want to be that.
It was focused.
Man.
It was focused totally on black women.
It was black women
100%.
empowerment all over
This
that movie, which was dope.
podcast,
It was all about black women.
And what was cool, so spoiler alert, since we're there, Riri Williams. So what's dope about that is I bought that comic for Michelle.
Oh, okay.
Before she, came into the Marvel universe as far as cinema. And it was dope to see that actually play out from the comic into the Black Panther and how she made a cameo. That was dope. Yeah. And it stuck to the story of her, like, being in the garage, the sentiment of the Challenger, because her dad was a mechanic and he made that car and he passed. But it was dope. It was dope to see that all across the board of just women empowerment, Black women empowerment in that movie.
One of the things that kind of took me back a little bit is why did can y'all hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Why did the indigenous Mexican people have to fight against Wakanda? Like, it almost plays into, like, stereotypes. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't really take it like that.
No, I'm saying this is my, like.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, that's how the comic was.
Yeah.
Cool.
As far as the city of
I'm not into it. Yeah. I barely even watched Black Panther 1. I did. I'm definitely not in the comics, but I was just like, if they want to beat the man, like, why not come together? But it leads into, like, what could come, because, there's going to be another version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know, man. Like, I guess with me being a novice in the space, somebody that doesn't watch movies, that's how I was like, damn, why they fighting against each other?
Yeah.
So I got a bone
hard.
They did. They was out there
the
battling.
indigenous folks came hard.
No, they were.
Because they know brothers.
They was fucking us up. They was fucking us up in that movie. They were fucking us up in that movie.
Hey, they got the splash.
They had us out in the water. We was
drowning.
That fits a cat, right? A panther can't swim.
Played into all the stereotypes, right?
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, people were like we had. This is what's funny about art and how it comes into real life. We take things so serious. So I grew up like movies are movies at the end of the day, right? Like they're just art, and of course they have history to them. But again, it's make believe, right? There is symbolism in the whole Wakanda and Black Panther. But I mean, there is no Black Panther that's doing that. You know what I mean?
People lean in.
They lean in of like people were upset because what you just described, right? Of like
you getting our ass kicked.
No, well, just indigenous people, being the enemy, and like some people were mad because they said they should have been Black, and then some people were like,
dude, for real,
why are we fighting?
I didn't hear that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like on some platforms you can definitely find it, but it was weird of like, yo, it's a movie. You know that, right? Like this is based on comics.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it was weird.
This isn't South Federal.
right, exactly. Like, this is not Civil War. Like, this is not the
it's
real
not the Mason-Dixon
Civil
line.
War.
Yeah, it's not.
There you go. Speaking of that, being authentic, Afro Black, you came from Afro Tech out in Austin, Texas, man. Doing their thing.
This podcast.
And
Bussin',
you showed up.
bussin'.
Why don't you tell us about your whole journey, man, and what happened?
Afro Tech, it ain't about me. It's Black folks showed up. Like Black folks.
Whole bunch of Black nerds. What is it?
No.
I'll take that. Black people are nerds too, man.
Oh, no, paint the picture. No, but paint the picture.
Paint the picture.
Afro Tech.
So, I get to Austin. Austin's hella white.
Okay.
It's a great city.
Yeah.
Actually, culture-wise, it's very similar to Denver.
Yeah.
You get off the plane, and you just see a whole bunch of Black folks.
Okay.
Which is not normal for Austin. And then you get down, like, close to the convention center, and it's like Wakanda. And then you go on day one, and there's actually it was day 2 when everybody got in.
So real quick, Damo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Afro Tech like the NBA All-Star game for the Black nerds?
100%.
Okay.
Great
analogy.
analogy.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Great analogy.
Man, what we talking about?
Black nerds NBA All-Star game.
Yes.
No, 1,000.
20,000 Black professionals in Austin, Texas, where you merge nerdness, where you merge technology, where you merge culture, music, and everything just like comes together.
Afrocentric.
And it's in and everything is within like this mile radius.
Okay.
And it's like super saturated. And the economic impact that it has for Austin is unbelievable.
Okay.
And, I would say for me and my line of work, we talked about this a couple podcasts ago about impact of people getting laid off. Whether it's whatever company is, there's a whole bunch of, we don't need to say names. We know who's laying off.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my company to show up to say we're hiring was hella powerful. And
so is it a big job fair? Like
no, that's a portion of it. That's
okay.
a small portion of it.
Okay.
And that's the portion where my impact comes in. It's like, how do we show up as an employer of choice?
Okay.
And, granted, there's other people that are a part of that. And got to see so many connections. And y'all know that, like, it's all about connections and relationships when it comes to, like, what's your next career move? Or, like, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to progress your career? And, we talked about mentorship and sponsorship. And it just showed, it showed up. Like, you could see, I got a chance to connect with a bunch of, like, a handful of my mentors and throw ideas at them that work for into it. I got to meet other people that didn't work for, the company. It was just a powerful experience. Just seeing a whole bunch of black
Damo
professionals.
So let's talk about the ratchet side of this.
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay. So what does it look like when you get a whole bunch of techie black people in one building and the techie stuff is over? It's time to turn up, man.
It turns up.
So is it some twerking on the table? Like, what is it?
No, so
you twerking on keyboard?
I want to give a shout out to one person. His name, several people actually, but like in this particular instance for this question, there's a brother named Justin Samuels who runs an organization called Render ATL, and it has to do with bringing Black and Latinx tech professionals together. This brother started with 600 people 3 years ago, and it is now his conference is projected to in Atlanta next year in 2023.
600 people to attend or 600 people on his staff?
No, to attend.
Okay.
And he has a staff because of the way it's grown.
Got him.
He's projected to do 15,000 people in Atlanta next year.
That's dope.
He's going to be on the show, 100%.
Okay.
Ice cold dude. So on his board, he has a brother that he's the co-founder of the largest Black-owned watch company in the United States, Tilly and Twine.
Got it.
Sharp-ass dude. They went to Albany State. Him and his co-founder, or the two co-founders, they went to Albany State. Got to meet these dudes. They're getting highlighted on Drink Champs. They're getting highlighted on The Breakfast Club. They're getting highlighted on All the Smoke. Like, these dudes are, like, making waves in the industry. And it's not, like, when we talk about Afrotech, it's not just tech. It's, like, a broader umbrella of, like, how do Black people show up as entrepreneurs and in technology and in the culture.
Yeah, but
no, that's dope.
But what?
That's dope.
When the bottles popping.
Oh, there was no. That's, so what? I'm sorry. I missed.
He
that
wasn't
sauce.
there for that, Cole.
No,
you know he
there.
don't do that,
so
man.
That's what I was talking about. Render.
He was in the bed at 8.
This spot, it's called Render House, and he has a community that he taps into. This dude packed this place in Austin. It was like 1,000 people in this place, and the line was wrapped around the room, wrapped around the block in Austin.
Did you have VIP?
I did.
Nice.
He laced me. Justin laced me, and it cracked.
So you walked by him like, you peasants.
No,
I got this.
I said, I'm Uncle Damo.
No, you didn't.
No,
You were
he
nervous.
laces. But like,
Did you tell him about the pod?
100%. That's why he's gonna be like, Jay's gonna be on the show. Mark
No, you
my
told
word.
Justin. Did you tell anybody else?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Word, man.
Yeah, check your YouTube.
That's what's up.
Yeah, see how many more followers we have? Probably like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. We got 2. We got 2 more.
Well, at least you was
But I
working,
take
man.
him.
Yeah,
Take him. We'll take him.
We'll take him.
yeah. No, we did talk about that.
Okay. So it was nice, man. Just culture, technology, black
Yes.
people showing up for each other.
I would highly suggest anybody, even if you're not in the tech industry, to go to that conference just to experience being a black professional in corporate in general, and just understand like what goes on outside of like the bubble that you're in.
Got it. I would say just go, period. You know what I mean?
Go.
Just go.
This podcast.
Go check it out.
Because there's
Bussin'.
there's a corporate side of it and there's a party side of it.
Yeah.
And Uncle Damo could only last so long in the party side of it.
Yeah, but you're not
The
getting me
knees
the-
started giving in.
I just want to know the underbelly, man.
Hey, the underbelly, hey, sauce.
What's
You-
the,
hey, you-
what's the underbelly
hey,
of the,
the underbelly
of the lady
is-
walking in with the short heel?
Hey,
He not gonna give you that.
You would be wide open, walk around with your boxer briefs.
That's
Hey, and nothing else. Hey,
That's funny.
you be having to explain to Caroline how you gonna get back in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on your hard drive.
That boy said the
that's
underbelly.
funny. That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the dark
This
underbelly.
You're
of
trying to
it.
download somebody's
I
hard
wasn't
drive.
out till 3 and 4 in the morning,
Okay,
so I don't know.
Nah, he was out there activating, man. You didn't even tell him about that, but
Yeah, man.
we could go. So speaking of sponsorship and
Mentorship.
mentorship,
Mhm.
I think we were having a deep conversation about, the difference between the two, what that
Love it.
means and what you're looking for in your career,
Sure.
or it doesn't even, not even a career, just life in general. It
Yeah.
could be for work. It could be for sports. It could be
For the
whatever you want,
podcast, whatever.
whatever it is.
Personal development.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just trying to better yourself. I think that's the most important thing when it comes to mentorship,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But I think people get the two confused sometimes when you talk
100%.
about sponsorship versus mentorship.
100%.
And then for me, I didn't learn that until later in my career what the difference was,
Sure.
right? Like you have this person that for whatever reason, you should have a few mentors just so you can get feedback and constructive criticism from all angles, right? But then you're doing that to build yourself and work on weaknesses, etc. Sponsorship, though, is something totally different.
Yep.
And y'all were having a conversation, and Cole, I would like you to start off. I know for you we always talk about corporate and throw that word out there, and I think when you're in a corporate setting, it's more emphasized.
Yep.
Whereas you mentioned when it's more when you're working for the city or the public sector
Yep.
versus private, not as much.
It's not as much. Man.
So yeah, tell us about that.
Not as much as at least because so for example, I hear you guys talk and I hear Damo talk about mentors. I hear Herman talk about mentors. I hear a lot of you talk about mentors and sponsorship. In public life, or at least in my experience, it's not really like that. You know what I mean? You really don't have people who step up and really want to coach you up. You know what I mean? Or really want to provide that mentorship for you. I guess it's just not part of the culture. You know. So to hear Damo say, hey, yeah, I went and spoke to my mentor. I went and spoke to my sponsor. You know what I mean? I went and got feedback. It's not
That's something y'all.
Yeah,
So let me ask you, because yes, you're right. It's like heavily ingrained in at least the company I work for and what Damo works for. So that newer tech kind of company for you. And so Damo, I'll let you speak about this. I think coming into your position in the kind of companies we work for, one mentor you get off the top is like your manager.
Yeah.
Maybe.
For me it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm at a senior level in my position, and next up is director.
Yeah.
So, like, my mentality is I do want to have aspirations to get to that next level. So naturally, he's the person that I look to get that feedback, because one, the motivation is like I want to perform well, especially in your eyes, to make sure I get the possibility of going to that next level. For you in the public sector, does that happen, of like, if you do have aspirations to get to that manager level, that you can confide and trust your manager to kind of give you that mentorship?
Yeah, so I'm in a leadership position, and that's how I lead. You know what I mean? The first thing I do is I talk to the people that work up under me, and I just say, hey, where do you want to go, and how do you want me to get you there?
Gotcha.
So like in that managerial supervisor type of relationship, that's already built in, that's already set in stone. It's like, hey,
it's like a
person,
coach.
Yeah, this person is supervising you. A good supervisor will coach you, right? But for Damo, for example, he says, I have multiple mentors. I have more than just one.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like you said, when I came in at the senior level at my corporate position, my manager, who was a director, that's kind of a built-in relationship. That's already pre-set up. You know what I mean?
It's prescribed.
It's prescribed. Like, it's like, hey, but you're working under this person. If this person's a good manager, or if this person's a good supervisor, that's what their job is to do, is to coach you up to get you to the next level, right? But in terms of having other people who you can confide in for positive or negative feedback to kind of help you get to that next level, that's not really a thing. You know what I mean? I think everybody is trying to just put their head down and focus on what they're doing, and not really take the time to really mentor or be a sponsor for other work colleagues. You know what I mean? No. But it's especially for me as a black person, whatever arena I'm working in, if I'm in a level of influence, I think it's my responsibility to coach, to work alongside, to try to do whatever I can to try to get whomever I'm working with to that next level. You know what I mean? Like, that's your own personal responsibility.
That's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, but it's not part of the culture like it is with you guys. You know what I mean? And I can tell, like, for something like Afrotech or something like, your position, you know what I mean, in your company, it's not many black people there. So it's like you have to kind of coalesce around each other and try to give each other what they need, what you guys need in order to move forward.
Got it. Say something.
Test.
Okay.
It kind of went out for a second.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
It came back.
Yeah. So, Damo, you talk about it all the time, and let's talk about quickly your mentors, how you came about them, and then the difference between sponsorship and mentorship.
That's a great question. So my mentors, it's kind of two parts. One, I asked them, "Can you be a thought partner with me?"
Got it.
We as black people think we can do this alone. Like, it's in our brain to, like, hey, I got it. Like, I got this. We can't do this alone. You need Jay, you need Courtney, you need other people around you that have done it before, or willing to do it, or willing to pull you up, right?
Yeah.
And those are the thought partners that I lean into. So then the interesting thing about a sponsor, who I've had two, actually I've had, over my career, I've had four, but I want to talk about the two that I've had most recently. This is with my current company, that can speak for me when I'm not in the room. They can talk about my accomplishments when I'm not in the room. So Damien doesn't need to be around, and they're doing like performance calibrations, or They're talking about year-end reviews. They're talking about promotions. They're talking about, like, who's next from a succession planning point of view. They're speaking for me. It's not Damien, like, doing this whole cheerleading thing. Like,
no, absolutely.
I can do it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you wholeheartedly, I noticed it year over year in my performance review. When you do have a sponsor that speaks for you, when you don't.
Yeah.
Like my current boss, she's great. Great. But you can only be so great when you're trying to advocate for your people. One person, Jay, can't scream. You have direct reports, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't scream for one person and get them a promotion. It has to be multiple people.
Absolutely.
That's where sponsor comes in, especially somebody who has influence in the organization. And they're like, let me give you 3 reasons why this person should either, 1, get a promotion, or 2, their performance rating should be this versus this. So it pays dividends in the long run is what I'll say.
So when you get a promotion and or a performance review, it's like a panel of people?
Yes.
Yeah, see at the city, for the city, it's not like that. It's like, you know, your direct supervisors are the ones that write up your performance reviews.
But
I guess they can ask around. I guess they can ask around.
No, I think it. So yes, we have the same thing of like my direct reports. I write up the performance reviews for them, give them the feedback, etc. I think,
but their mentors will come to you and say,
"No, they're sponsors."
Yeah. I'm sorry. The sponsors will come to you and say, "This is what I think about Damien," or "This is what I think about Courtney," and it's more than one person.
It's
yes,
it's and.
Yes.
So I would say sponsorship is. I think what Damo is saying, and what he is saying, is that sponsorship is a thing where you are promoting and spreading
and
advocating for said person, right? Like, so mentor, and it could be both. A mentor can be like somebody that gives you feedback, and they also can be a sponsor. You know what I mean? I think this point in my career, that's what I look for. I'm more in tune with sponsorship rather than
100%
mentorship. And the difference is what Damo alluded to, is that when the performance review, because you're being reviewed amongst your peers, right? So it's like the politics of it is in everything of like, okay, when I feel like somebody's ready for promotion and I'm sponsoring them, like I'm getting in my director's ears, I'm getting in my peers' ears of like, oh, look at all the great work that Jane is doing. You know, like Jane Doe is doing all this great work. She's been killing it. I'm telling her in order for me to, of course she has to perform.
Yeah.
And I'm giving her guidance of like, oh, you want that promotion? Let's get your name out there.
And then
these are the things you got to do to be able to get them out there, make sure you're hitting those marks. And then when it's time, I'm like making sure I'm getting in my director's ears. He's making sure, the key stakeholders that the director or vice president is in the ear. And when they hear Jane Doe, it's like, oh, yeah, because I heard from, this kind of grapevine thing of like, they're doing awesome work. And here's what proves that, so.
100%. And like your peers are advocating for that person
absolutely
too, because of the influence that you have.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for opportunities like to work on their teams, like if they got something that they need help from my team, like, yep, Jane Doe is perfect because whoop-de-whoop. Then it's like, oh, yeah, because when I was having her on my team, yep, she came through, reliable, dependable, all that good stuff. And then it's like, that's kind of sponsorship versus like just being direct feedback and it kind of staying there.
Let's talk about what are the different characteristics you're looking for in a mentor or a sponsor. Like, what do you like? How do you differentiate the two?
They might be the same though.
Yeah, but they can be the same person.
I'm with you.
But let's just say if you have two different sets, you know what I mean? You have, let's say you have one mentor and you have 3 sponsors.
If you have, usually it's the other way around. Like you have 3 mentors and 1 sponsor.
Okay.
But if you have that dynamic, you're winning.
So one mentor, 3 sponsors, you're good.
Oh, if you have 3 sponsors, you're going through the fast track, right? It's interesting in that, like in the corporate space, if you like mentorship, sponsorship is usually 1 or 2 levels up.
Okay.
Or even more.
Man, but does it make you sound? But so here's the tricky part. Here's the tricky part. Like, and maybe it's just my ego, man. I've always been a guy who wants to show up to work. I just do my thing, and I don't really feel. I don't want to
do it well.
Yeah,
that's old school, dude.
Yeah, and I don't want to feel like sucking up or I'm like fucking kissing somebody's fucking ass to get them to talk well about me. Like I'm.
No,
I'm
I agree with you,
that's
Cole,
me,
because I had that same kind of mentality of like, yo, as long as I show up and do the best work and whatever is gonna show. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like, think about even athletes, right? Yeah. Think about athletes.
Yeah.
We know some cold killers that do not promote themselves, right?
Yeah. Or have people promoting them.
Have people promote them. Like you could talk about Tim Duncan.
Patrick Beverly.
That's another one. He doesn't
get a lot of love.
He and those, I think, of course, they do their job very well and exceptional.
Yeah.
But if you could think about, take Tim Duncan's his personality, right? If he wasn't so quiet and he kind of had just a little bit of that bravado persona, I bet every time you talk about a power forward and who's the best to ever play, I'm saying he's still there.
That's the tricky part.
But you know why?
But if he had that bravado of like a Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, hands down, it would always come up of like, oh yeah, he's the best power forward to ever play the game. Just because the way he went about promoting himself, sponsorships, like if he had Nike shoes, like what shoe did Tim Duncan wear?
No, I can't even tell you.
You can't even tell, right?
Yeah.
But if he was like had sponsorships, like, and this is, apple and oranges probably, but the thing is, if he had sponsorship, he might be a totally different player of like living through the ages, and he's going to. I'm not saying he's not, but just to have that cachet that goes with it.
And in addition, just think if he didn't have Popovich.
Yeah.
Right.
Because Popovich,
that's his sponsor.
Even
that's
this
his
dude's even more quiet.
That's his sponsor.
And Popovich is like, look at this dude.
No, you're right. That's the sponsorship, right?
Yeah.
So this dude was
way to bring it back,
wearing like low top Converses.
Man, but it's but let's just get real now. Like I like this. I think this is a good topic, man. I think for me, I just hate them motherfuckers that just be at work kissing ass. It's like, dude, I was like, dude,
but it's
that
not
motherfucking joke wasn't funny.
No, but it's not.
Like I'm just saying what I'm like.
Something different.
I think
you're talking about something different.
But I think that's people hunting for sponsorship.
No,
to be liked, to be liked, to be
yes.
liked, to be cliquish.
Yep.
And if I can figure out a way to get myself in the right group of people at the workspace, then it heightens my chances to get promoted and get more money. It just fucking looks so.
This is where
get it out your mouth.
Authenticity comes into play.
Okay.
Where
let's talk about it.
Like Damien shows up to like the Damien that you get right here is the same Damien you get at work. For the most part.
All right, so I like because Code brings up a great point, and this kind of goes into code switching, but let's stay what you're talking about. But like,
thing.
No, this is across the board though.
Yeah, I think he's just talking about, kissing up and making friendly to get in.
I don't deal with that.
Yeah,
But
Nah, you do at a level.
people be
don't.
making.
No, I don't.
People be just.
Let me tell you.
But see,
something
you're
different.
naturally friendly,
Yeah.
so
No,
like,
let me tell you something different, Jay.
Okay.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Let me tell you so there's an issue with black technologists, black or diverse technologists, specifically in the U.S., black and brown technologists.
Okay.
yes,
Jay being, and I've told Jay this several times, he's a fucking unicorn, and somebody within his organization should see that. Like, this dude has the soft skills and the technical skills to be an amazing leader.
Yeah.
If Jay wanted to be like transactional and like go like, if he was on this like money fetch, you could be a VP somewhere easily. But you're intentional about the moves that you make. You're intentional about the moves that you make, and you're authentic in your approach, and you're not kissing ass.
Yeah, but somebody will see. James.
That's the problem, is they don't see him
and just be on their knees. He like, dude, get up.
No.
Oh, at that position.
Like, yeah, like.
Oh, if he
they
was a
look
VP?
at you.
If he was a VP?
No, but just in your position now, right? Somebody that just has ambition, right? And they just would just tell you whatever you need to hear in order to get ahead because of the position that you're in. That's the shit I don't like. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, I see people
through that, dude.
But maybe it's the work environment I work in. I see people intentionally try to put themselves in certain rooms or around certain people just to get ahead. You know what I mean? As opposed to organically gaining sponsorship.
I think that happens across the board. You're right.
And I've never operated like that. I've been the guy that just came to work. You know what I mean? If I get sponsorship, it's in a way that because I've got sponsorship at my job. You know what I mean? To where people say, hey, you know, I've had experience working with Courtney. I think he does a good job. I really like how he communicates with people. I like his personality.
Sauce, that's how it works.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of me, okay, now this person says this about me, right? But me having a relationship with them, that's just not the culture.
Got it.
Like with you guys, it's the culture to where it's almost like you guys have a relationship with the person that is
you
promoting
develop
you.
a relationship.
Yeah, you're developing a relationship with the person that is promoting you. Like,
but not kissing ass.
Yeah, like mine's would be like, okay, yeah, you get an email to your supervisor, say, hey, Courtney did a good job. And
Yeah, I would say in the engineering culture, it's a little more less of that because it's so predicated on what your results are.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier to tell when somebody's bullshitting versus like actually producing results.
Yeah.
But you're right. There is a dynamic in every industry where there's
Yeah.
people that kiss up, buddy, laughing at all jokes and things like that, and just overdoing it. And you can detect that.
But it happens.
But it happens. It does happen. And I think that leads into code switching and authenticity, which I want to talk to you about because I'm going to debate you on that. I think you code switch.
What?
Yeah. I think we all code switch.
No. Talk to the people I work with. I'm not even going to engage in that conversation.
So what is code switching to you?
Code switching is you can't be your authentic self at work.
Okay. Example. Give me an example. You got to give me an example.
I'll give you an example. Let's just say.
Please do.
Yeah, let's just say you're this is a micro example. Let's say you're doing an icebreaker and people's like, hey, who's your favorite artist? Right?
Yeah.
And people are like, Bon Jovi or, Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Kendrick Lamar. Well, who is that? No, it's Kendrick Lamar. Like,
they're not going to say that, though.
No, they won't say anything.
That's pretty safe, man.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar's, he's mainstream.
Cool. That was just an
now,
example.
if I was like Special 38,
cool,
I don't think you would throw something out, even though that's not your favorite
I want you coming there
rapper.
with the tat on your neck.
But if you was like Conway,
No, actually, let's go there. No,
With the
let's
tat?
go there.
With the tat
no,
on,
like
with
tattoos.
your whole
No.
fucking neck tatted.
Dude, like
Because you like tattoos. Because you tatted up.
I show up to work with short sleeves all the time.
and you
Shorts,
always
shorts.
have.
Shorts.
Always.
Shorts. You show the leg tats too?
Nah, I don't. You
Yes.
probably, if you say you have, you have.
Dude, no. The only time that I didn't, when I worked at Verizon, it was you were required to wear long sleeves and a tie, and then they changed it.
Got it.
Like I've always for the past 10 years plus.
Denver's pretty casual.
Dude, I don't work in Denver.
No, I'm just saying. But Denver's pretty casual.
Fam, he code switches. So
No,
let me
I-
ask
no,
you this.
no,
This is
man.
more of a code switch. So I don't really.
So
You're right. That
maybe we
is
have
part of
different
a
definition.
That's a part of a code switch, but I think also it's language. Like the way you talk to us, you're not gonna talk to people at your job.
Yes, I do.
Lies.
What I don't say motherfucker.
You don't say that.
No, like
You don't drop
that's
the
not-
N bomb.
No,
All right, that's code switching. Cause that's
extreme, man.
Damo
Let
come
me
in here.
ask you this. Let me
Damo
ask
walk
you
to this
this.
door and say, "You
How do
motherfuckers
you
is
give
narcissists."
dap to your engineering manager
Just like that. 100%.
and the CEO?
I embrace. 100%. Our Sasan Godarzi.
And you always knew
No,
that.
no,
And
it's
you
more-
always knew that, or
Oh,
did he
no, did I always
initiate?
know that?
Did he initiate that?
No. So
So wait, you telling me the first time you met your CEO, it was like, "What's up,
No,
fam?"
no,
No. It was like,
stand
"What's
up.
fam?"
Stand up. Stand.
I'm not standing
stand
up. Just give me the dap.
No. I'm gonna show you what I did. Stand up.
No,
You ain't got enough room, fam. You ain't got enough room.
I don't.
You ain't got enough room right now. Okay.
I'm gonna show you what I did. It's look. It's how you doing? Just like that. That's me.
And that's what you did that.
100%.
He's lying.
He's your
lying,
brother.
fam. He lying.
He's
fam.
your brother.
He lying, fam. He lying. That's what he did the first time, and then when you got to know him, I'm sure it was like,
no,
yo,
no.
he don't do that.
Damo today.
He
No,
don't
listen.
do
no,
that,
listen.
man.
But
No, he
Damo
don't.
today, hey, but Damo, now this is a perfect example.
You do that with the ladies too?
No, Damo walked in
No,
today.
I hug. I'm a hugger.
You hug her?
Damo walked in today. Damo walked in today. It was the first thing he did.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's up? Yeah, he ain't doing that at work, man.
He
Stop.
came in there. He came in there and flipped.
Flip
he came in
me
here and
off.
flipped James
Yeah,
off.
I was
He came-
walking.
I was out
He
there.
flipped me
Hey, I
off.
was out there and I
And you don't code switch.
I
on,
honked
man.
James. Hey, I saw James outside. I honked out like, and he was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, see, you ain't bringing that energy up in
Yeah,
that,
man.
up in that, up
Yeah,
that Fortune
If
500.
that's code
No.
switching, I'm not
That's
gonna,
authentic.
I'm not gonna flip off my
authentic.
CEO.
But that's
Like,
you.
your
But
authentic
that's you.
self.
no,
You're
that's
not
a
that.
part of me.
But that's you.
But I'm not coming up in there.
That's you with us first. Like first, that's what you do. It's not like, yo, what's up, and give me dap like I'm your
Sometimes
CEO
I
at
do.
Intuit. No,
Your
it's like,
CEO can park
yo,
however.
boo,
His CEO,
boo.
listen, his CEO can park however he wants to park.
He's not
He
gonna
come
say
here.
nothing.
He
He
come
come here.
He come here and say, "Goddamn, Sauce, you a motherfucking narcissist."
Nah, absolutely.
Hey, man, I saw how you parked outside. And I'm like, what?
Oh shit, that was so long ago.
Hey, CEO, you're a motherfucking narcissist because you got your own motherfucking
Office.
private parking
Own
spot,
parking space.
with the cart that takes you directly to your office, and I gotta bring you coffee if you ask me.
You want cream in
You
that
want cream?
stuff? You want cream stuff?
You want black tea? But you
That
want
boy
black
threw-
tea?
That boy threw coffee into the
That's
equation.
funny, God. That's
All right,
Man,
if that's the
man,
case,
man, what we talking
hey,
about?
I will submit. If that's the case,
oh man.
Would you get your CEO black tea if you wanted it?
sure.
Why?
Just because y'all said I code switch.
No, I'm at like for real, dude. If
Why
he-
in the fuck am I
I'm not
getting?
getting no
if he
CEO.
called
I'm
you-
not
Why
getting
the fuck am I
No,
getting?
I'm asking.
Unless
I don't even
I'm
get-
going to get coffee,
Yeah.
I'm not getting nobody
if he
else a
called
coffee.
you up and said, "Hey, Damo, I want some
Hey,
coffee."
I'll be like, brother, you. hey, I'll be like, brother, you in Mountain View, and I'm in Denver. Your coffee gonna be cold when I.
You at. I'm pretty sure there's some event where you've been there with the CEO.
There has.
And he calls you up. He says, he finds you. He seeks out your team. He says, who's head of the team?
I am, sir. I am, sir. Damo here for you. I'm joking, man. I'm joking. I know that's a low, bro.
That's a good one.
Damo.
Hey, you mind if you go over there and just give me a cup of coffee?
But you know what? You know what's crazy?
You tell him no. No, honestly, you tell him no.
No, you know what's crazy is I'm not.
Now that's dope. If you like
First and
give
foremost,
everybody dap the same.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but I would get you a cup of coffee.
No, you wouldn't.
100%.
You would come and be like, nigga. You like, I ain't get no coffee. For
Why
you.
wouldn't I? would buy you
You
lunch.
would.
It's 100%.
You would.
I would. I have.
You have.
Damo would come here and be like, I ain't getting you no coffee.
But it is not so polite. If we get that dinner, he gonna hold it over our heads.
No, it's not.
Yeah. That's just how you are,
When
man.
we
It's
went
good.
up the street
It's all
and
good.
we had breakfast or lunch or whatever,
What's your CEO's name?
doesn't matter. I said, hey,
Can you treat
got
your
you.
friends like that?
I
That'd
do.
be cool if you
I
treated
do.
as polite.
I treat
and
y'all.
as fun
I
as
treat
you.
y'all with respect and dignity for the most part.
Got it.
We have some rocky points at times, but
But for real though, Cole, like when it comes to, I'm not gonna lie. So for me, I worked at Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
it's a different beast.
That's a different monster.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So for
100%.
me, it was like, I love the people that work at Lockheed. I really do. There was a lot of good relationships I had, etc. But it just wasn't the company for me.
Yeah.
Because it felt like
The hierarchy shit.
chain of command,
Yeah.
good old boy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
to be honest, here in Waterton,
Yeah.
Fox News on the TV screens.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Fox News, like, without a doubt.
They pay us.
There you go.
They
And
get
this
us
was
paid.
like, everything that comes with it,
Yeah.
being black, is like, all right, that's what it is. You know what I mean? And I was young, and I didn't even really know.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know until I got out,
Yeah.
was in my 30s.
Get out.
Right. I was under the, what do they call it? The trans, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was like, I'm covering up my tattoos, right?
Yeah.
That's how I would, like, I had to make sure I wore shirts that were full sleeves, all that.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I left of, like, I could stand, whatever you want to call it, like, stand in my own, be authentic. And I was like, yeah, I'm not, because psychologically, it's a lot of stuff you do that's unnecessary, and it's just stress that you don't need in your life. And it's just like, nah, this is Jay. This is how I show up to work. Now I'm at Slack, and it's like I wear hats all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And of course, I still take them off if we with, like if I'm doing interviews or, just courtesy of like customers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just because they're not immersed in our culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's definitely, the people you work with and the type of company you work for. So,
Man, so let me ask you. So as a black man in the corporate space, what do you feel your responsibility is?
To send the elevator back down.
Okay, but okay, how do you like? What's your responsibility in terms of how you show up
No.
to work every day?
Okay. I can tap.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, Jay?
yeah, I'll go.
As a black man in the corporate space,
Yeah.
what do you feel your responsibility
Yeah,
is?
I
In terms
know
of how you
mine.
show up on a daily basis.
I'm not gonna lie. Early, in my career, it was that feeling of I'm representing. You know what I mean? It's like not a lot of black people in my space. That's starting to change, but when I first came in, it was like, nope, that wasn't the case. So I had to work twice as hard. I had to show up every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not to say that I had bad days or I didn't make mistakes. Definitely did that. But it was early in my career, I was cognizant of how I approached things, how I spoke. You know what I mean? Like, how we get, our voices get loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, like, I would have a certain tone of like how I talk and how I approach things, and when we,
You're toned
have
down.
debates and all that. Yeah, I just try not to be as passionate, So I think for me, that's kind of how it was early in my career. And then, again, that's when I was like, you know what? I had an epiphany of like, I got to be me, man, if I'm going to do the best version of me. Yep. So if they can't handle that, cool. This ain't the place for me. And I'm fine with that, and I'll just go find the place that is, and that's kind of how my career has progressed. And that's how I show up for others of like, no, this can be done. Look how I look. I'm hip-hop. I'm an athlete. I'm all the stereotypes you think of, but I'm also a software engineer. Yeah. And I'm a dope one. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And I look good. So it's like, that's how it goes, man. Like it could be,
You're like a unicorn without the horn.
A unicorn without the horn?
Yeah, so you're like a colorful horse.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Damo.
Hey. So that shit was kind of funny. So my responsibility, when I say send the elevator back down, when you're in a position of influence, it is my duty to help others get in the positions or get into a position where they can succeed.
I see you, man.
So,
Hi, my name is
Damo.
Damo.
Get into it.
yeah, I wasn't trying to make a play on words. And
Bars.
The person that made this come to life, there's several people, but one of the people who have helped make this like literally like spread like wildfire is young Matisse.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you how. So I got him on.
Yep.
He killed it.
Shout out Matisse.
Yeah. I opened the door.
Senior and junior. Shout out to Matisse.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them.
I got him in the door. That's it. He closed it. Like wasn't asking for special favors or nothing. He is a smart young man that did his thing, and he's doing something far and above he would have ever done with the company, right? But I can't tell you how many people he sent me to say, open the door for this person. Open the door for this person. And I opened it. Yeah. And it's on them in terms of preparation if they're going to open it. It's open if they're going to close it and get a job. Okay. There's probably, and I don't say this lightly, 6 to 8 people that work for my company now because of him.
Because of you?
Him.
Because of him? Oh, nice.
Because he's like, hey, I'm going to introduce you to somebody.
This podcast, bustin'.
That can open the door, and then they close it.
So they part of the Damo tree?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Damo tree, man.
Shout out to the Damo.
I ain't being funny.
The Matisse tree that doesn't even work there no more.
Yeah.
He didn't even work there anymore, and he still does it.
No, that's dope,
He's
man.
like, this is where you can start to get to where you want to be. And y'all know, young Matisse, balls.
Yeah,
he does.
Moves,
yeah, making big moves.
Yeah.
Shout out to AIM. He got a athletic clothing line. Dang, I can't speak.
Man, fuck that clothing line.
Nah, it's dope, man. I got a shirt.
No, it's for skinny people.
I forgot. All right, no, I ain't gonna make no big boy jokes today. I said I'm gonna be on my best.
Just start
behavior.
paying extra money and getting your size, man.
I will.
Just start forcing.
Hey, remember?
Where's your merch, man? He hasn't worn. See, we got him the 4X. This dot.
I have the merch.
He's yet to wear it.
On the show, I wear it out.
Regardless,
everywhere.
you haven't worn it out.
What are you talking about?
You have?
Yes.
Where you wear it, man? You wear the Afro Tech?
No, I didn't.
Nah, he didn't. He's not
Tech
proud of us, though. See?
I am.
Code switching. Code switching.
Hey,
I really like y'all, but in the real world,
how many did I buy?
Man, talk to him. 36
hoodies. Hey,
sold.
I bought more than you sold.
You did.
36 hoodies sold.
He carried us. You carried
15
us.
T-shirts.
I'm talking about the merch that I bought for me specifically.
No, that's
Shout out to Damo.
Shout out to Damo. Shout out to
Damo is
Let's give
everything.
Damo his flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep giving him his flowers.
More.
Dame Dollar.
Get right coaching.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout
Hey.
out. Definitely. We'll give you all the plug, man.
Yeah.
We just want you to go out there and tell people you got a podcast. That's it.
That's it.
We ain't even got to tell them to subscribe. Just be like, I got a
Y'all are
podcast.
poking me in the chest right now.
No, man. I'm just saying. Be proud of us too.
Welcome to this.podcast. This is
What's the
friend.
result?
Cole, I want to get
Once in a
back to mentoring though.
Yeah.
Like real quick. So
No, we're
a
good.
lot of mentors, and I think what's important. I think Cole does this. I don't know. I think you do a good job of it. As a black man,
Mhm.
we always talk about mentors in corporate, right?
Yeah.
I think it's important that you have mentors outside of that.
That's a fact.
Because that keeps you grounded, right? Like that keeps, some of us still in the whatever you want to call the hood, the neighborhood, right? Still in Park Hill, and in those areas, some people move out and they need bigger and better, which is fine. Those are the aspirations. But for you, who are those people that in the community that are your mentors?
Well, like naturally, my dad is my mentor.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Shout out to Mr. Highsaw.
Just kind of naturally, my dad.
Hi, my name is
That's a name drop.
Damo.
Man, what we
so I just
talking
think in
about?
terms of whose advice I take the most seriously, honestly, it'd be my dad and Coach Herman.
Dude,
Shout out to Coach
Because he's
Herman.
never.
how many people
Man,
has
what
Coach
we
Herman
talking about?
mentored over the past 40 plus years?
Man, countless.
Countless. Shout out to
Countless.
Coach
Because I
Herman.
know if I ask him something, man, he's gonna tell me the truth.
Hey,
And that's hard to get, man.
Like, it's
that's
gonna be the
hard to
truth.
get. That is hard to get.
It's
man.
gonna be the truth. Yeah, it's gonna be the truth, and it's gonna be no frills.
yeah.
That's dope.
You know another one? It's Coach Mike.
Coach Mike. Shout out to Coach Mike.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, but Big Herm would be like, hey, it's funny. He gets a look on his face. He'll be like,
bussin'.
It's fun.
man, fuck that.
Yeah.
Shout out
yeah.
to Coach Mike though, for real, because he's the one that put me on. He was, that T's Uncle Damo. It was Jay, Coach Mike.
Yeah. And another one,
Coach Mike.
Big Matisse.
Yep.
Got it. Big
Like,
Matisse.
yeah.
Hands
Yeah. Like,
This
there's-
podcast.
And there's a lot of
bussin',
brothers that
bussin'.
helped us
along the way. Huh?
Along the way.
Yeah.
And it's our duty, being brothers who have a position of influence,
To do the same.
to do the same.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Damo.
This
and man, honestly,
podcast.
man,
Bussin', bussin'.
Man, and shout out to Wah, man. And I say this because,
Yeah, shout out to
your-
my guy.
But your peer
This
group,
podcast. Bussin', bussin'.
our mentors as well. You know what I mean? It doesn't, granted, I say my pops and Coach Herman just because, I guess that's the stereotypical.
Older.
Yeah, of what a mentor should be older. But you're sitting down, having breakfast and just talking about life, right? Or just even coming on the pod. Like, this is mentorship, right? This is, especially when those days where we actually stop fucking around and take shit seriously. This is mentorship, man. You know what I mean?
100%.
Having conversations with you fellas around you guys' experience, man.
And Sauce, we're projecting
Yep.
mentorship
Yep.
right now.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And shit, man, like,
Hi, Mom.
So-
Hi, Dad. Yep.
and that's why, like, we like to have the guests, man, and the guests bring us such a wealth of perspective and shit. Hell, that's mentorship, man. Like, yo, just this. Honestly, this podcast, man, is mentorship, man.
Absolutely.
Like just the different guests we've had on. But I just have to just kind of bring it back to us on the days we don't have the guests and we come and we actually get to points in the show where we actually talk about things that we are passionate about, things that we actually care about, and especially when it's serious topics, that mentorship comes out. And I think we learn from each other.
Absolutely.
So I learned a lot from my friends, man. And like I said, with Wasina, we sit down and chop it up every Sunday, at breakfast, and it's about a multitude of things. Shout out to Sade too, man. We sit down and chop it up, man. So I get mentorship, man, from my peers. And then, when we kind of look at the stereotypical of what a mentorship is, it's Coach Herman and my dad, man.
That's what's up, man. Shout out.
No lies.
Yeah, that's what's up. Round of applause to all the mentors out there.
And, so the only thing that I would add to that, Sauce,
Man, we've been talking all day. Can I get to my man real quick?
Oh, okay.
Because we got to pay the bills.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, no.
let's see. Let me see. We got.
This is real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
It feels real quick, but it's been an hour and four.
It's been an hour and a half.
Hour and 4 minutes.
What?
Yeah. You spoke for like
no.
30.
I did. My bad. At the end of the day, it's all about, people talk about your network is your net worth.
Yep.
There's a lot of truth to that, but at the end of the day, you can learn what not to do from other people too.
That's a fact.
No. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Uncle Damo.
You got any more gems? That's it?
That's it.
This or that. Are you ready to play the game?
Let's do it, man.
Cole, welcome to This or That.
Oh, so it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Are those spandex on the inside?
No, these is my knee pads.
Why does he have on knee pads?
When I get busy, man.
Built-in knee pads.
That's what that is.
Built-in knee pads on the ripped jeans.
That's like I don't know what it is. It's like motorcycle kind of elbow sleeves. You know what I mean?
It's high fashion, man. We
It is high
him,
fashion.
Cole. Talk to him, Cole.
we old trying to get in high fashion.
When he in it, what'd you say? He wears Steve Harvey's.
I told myself, man.
They got them
I
hammer
made some
pants on right now.
No,
I made some resolutions to myself, man. So I'm
Let's get it started.
I made some resolutions.
This or that, man. Okay.
he said made some resolutions.
Yeah.
No, this or that.
Are you ready?
Yep. Man.
So, rules of the game.
Yep.
Choose one, no context, and you only can pass once.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Can I get a drum roll?
No, look.
Boy, that thing.
All right. First one. This is going to be a tough one for you, Cole, maybe. The Holly or Fairfax?
Ooh.
Holly? Just
Easy.
like that?
That's
Okay.
easy, Holly.
That means you
Yeah,
other
Holly.
side of MLK,
Yeah,
huh?
Holly.
North side.
Yeah.
All right. Dipset or the Locks?
Locks.
That boy answering quick.
Oh,
That one surprised me, Jay.
that did too,
Yeah.
because he's a Dipset guy. 21 Savage or Lil Durk?
Come on.
21 Savage.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
All day.
All right. MJ or Muhammad Ali?
Ooh.
Muhammad.
All right. Okay. House of Dragons or GOT, Game of Thrones?
Oh, that's tough, man. House of Dragon.
Okay. Two more. The Shade Room or World Star?
Ooh.
World Star.
Really?
Yeah, World Star
Okay.
because it gets
They have
down
a
and-
brand.
It gets down and dirty too.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it, got
World
it.
Star a little more, that's a little more raunchy.
Gotcha. All right, this is number one for you. All right.
World Star, we see a butt naked fighter. Hey man, you know what, man?
World Star.
Hey,
Wait, man, let's get
hey,
through
man,
it.
Shout out
What?
to my cousin Sean Cooper for being on World Star whooping ass.
He was. Did you see that?
No, in Miami, I wouldn't fight that dude. I'm like buying him a beer.
Did you see how he was handling
No,
people?
I'm
like
buying that dude a beer. I'm not fighting him.
Like somebody smacked him. He was just running through that, just
I'm
like
not
it was
fighting
nothing,
him, dude.
throwing chairs.
Hey, what kind
Throwing
of beer?
people.
No Dos Equis? Stella? Yeah, I'll get 2 of them.
Yeah.
For real. Like,
Yeah.
last one.
Yep.
This might be tough for you.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders or who
Ooh.
am I going to throw out there?
Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh!
All right. Thanks for playing.
Even though my son's named after Champ, man.
All right. No. Thanks for playing, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got to throw one out.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Founders Day was yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes. 100 and I'm terrible at math, but those are you know shit. 111 years or something like that. Hey,
How many spankings you get
a lot.
last?
Don't say
No,
that.
yesterday.
Hell no.
You
That
should.
boy was doing a
No.
A reunion.
No.
Y'all should be out there spanking each other.
Ain't
Them boys doing drum rolling and patties.
Ain't nobody touching me.
That dude a bump that dude.
Man, it was like Nick Cannon on them patties. Like,
Nick Cannon on the patty. Hey,
and then dropped it like.
It's all good. Hey, that's why I'm wearing it. That's why I'm wearing this.
Hey man,
100.
They couldn't wait till they got to Yo Patties. It was like whoever was there, they was like pop.
This
They
is
was like,
2022.
no,
It
let
is
me get 'em.
It's 111 years
okay.
of the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Nice.
Hey, you got the high gold boots too.
I do, but like,
Why don't
hey,
you ever wear them?
Yeah,
Like, I
man.
don't
You should have
need
worn
to
them things on the pod today.
Yes,
No, that's what these are
this-
for right here.
this
I'm doing
podcast,
Circa
bussin',
2022.
bussin'.
Can you still fit them?
Hell nah.
Yeah,
You can't fit
I can
those.
fit 'em.
No, you can't.
Yeah, man, them things leaning to the side. and
Unlaced,
everything.
unlaced.
What kind of brand of shoe are they?
Boots.
Oh,
What's
y'all
the
just make
illest-
them?
Y'all spray
Boots.
paint them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the okay? Can you answer this? What's the illest thing you did in them boots, man?
A lot.
Let's talk about it.
No.
You can't.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
Timestamp. Timestamp. Please, let's move on. Let's just move on to timestamp.
Stop.
So why y'all call it, was it the Divine Nine? Why is it called that?
That Divine Nine is all the black fraternities and sororities together.
Oh, nice.
Why is it called that, though?
It's just,
Because there's 9 of them.
yeah.
What makes y'all divine?
Nigga, because we're divine.
Because why? I don't know what's divine about it.
Maybe you should be a part of it and find out.
Because you know what divine means? Do you know what that means?
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
What does it mean?
It's like, isn't it like godlike?
It's
Divinity and
my
godly.
daughter's middle name is Divinity.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what
You want
makes...
to keep going?
I understand why your daughter. I didn't say them. I didn't say your daughter. Excuse me. I said what makes y'all.
It's not
Divine.
y'all. It's the fraternities. And
Yes,
sororities
9 of y'all.
together.
What
Like,
what makes y'all?
So
What makes it them?
If you have black excellence in a room, is that divine or not? 9 pockets
Yes.
of
But
black
you can have
excellence.
that without.
You could.
Oh, okay. So you saying, all right, I
mean,
got
I
you.
just-
I got. Say
Shout
no
out to
more.
Kalina Divinity.
I didn't know I was divine.
Shout out to Kalina.
I'm divine
Divinity.
1. That's divine 2.
Shit. Y'all
Yeah.
might be hellacious.
Nah. We black excellence over here.
Knowledge born.
You know what I'm saying? Original.
Okay. Be who you need to be.
Yeah, well,
Bye,
you-
Felicia.
Well, I was just asking because you said divine when it
You
was
said divine. I didn't
black
say
I
divine.
just
excellence.
want to know.
I just wanna know
want to
what
know
that
what was
means.
going on with them boots, man.
Oh, just be a part of it. And you'll find out.
Timestamp, please.
Be a part of it and you'll find out.
No. Let's move on, please. All right. Y'all done? Real quick. Your boy, well, actually your boy, Elon Musk. Is he
Why
gonna
is that my
take
boy?
Is he gonna take Twitter down? Is Twitter gonna be a non-factor moving forward?
No, I think the question should be, are you still on Twitter?
Naturally I am. I never use Twitter.
Are you still on Twitter? Do you still have a Twitter account? Did you deactivate it?
I still have it.
Okay.
I have a Twitter account. I haven't used that thing since maybe 2000.
But
I
what's
think
your
we're on the
point?
same boat. I would want to ask Sean White. Sean White's a heavy Twitter user. I would love to ask him what he thinks.
Well, he tried to fire some more workforce,
It
and
was like,
then they were like,
"Psych,
"Yeah,
I need you back."
well, yeah."
Oh, that's
'cause
what he
they're-
said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
strengthen numbers. They were like, "Oh, okay." So like, 80% of the people were like, "Cool, we're not coming back."
Really?
No,
Yeah.
they were like, "I ain't coming back."
Really?
So then,
And he said, "Psych, bring come back."
No, he fired them, and he found out like, "Yo, I need."
I need these people.
And then they were like, "No." There was this dude on Reddit that showed an email asking him to come
back.
and he literally said, "And
That man said, "Quit or commit." They said, "We quitting." That's what he said. His words. Quit or commit, because he was saying you are going to be required to come back into the office.
yes."
And in this
He
climate,
doesn't believe
people
in
are
remote
like,
work.
no, you're not doing that.
Jay, in the other part, that doesn't count the people who left.
You could do that in Tesla because you got to be there for the factories and stuff and the work, but
But that doesn't count the people
can't do that at Twitter.
So there's people that got laid off, and then the people that quit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is the second wave.
Yeah, there's a second wave, and then he's like, "Oh, we need more people so you can actually come back." And the people were
They're
like,
like, nope.
"No."
I know they lining up at your company to get some of them. I know they are at Slack.
Man, I'm telling
We
you,
like, yeah, bring them
Like-
over here.
come on.
Let's do
They
it.
said that so they had all these black Twitter Is all these black is Black Twitter going to be gone now that Twitter's
I think it's gonna like why should Black Twitter
dwindle
exist
down.
when the majority, well not the majority, when so many black people's jobs were impacted because of the actions of Elon.
Yeah, but Black Twitter is funny, man.
It is.
It is
But how
funny.
come
It's like a cult following now.
but how come it can't be
Can we?
Black Instagram?
I'm just looking over here. No, I'm with you.
It could be Black whatever. I'm just throwing out like
Why
Black,
can't it just
Black
be
Twitter
Twitter?
is great.
Yeah, but Black Twitter's great, man.
It is.
It is funny.
It is.
It is funny.
I mean, they be on shit like that, man.
Yeah.
I'm
So what do you
talking-
think? But I think that I don't know where it's gonna go, man. I
It's-
think he's gonna have a hard time bouncing back unless he changes how he
Leads.
does business and
Yes.
leads.
I think it's going to be a polar. So it's either going to like to the moon, or it's going to be how much did he buy it for? $44 billion.
Yeah.
A $44 billion failure, which is hard to imagine.
Why is he doing all this shit though?
Dude, he's a mastermind. The dude's smart.
No.
No, he's
Like
smart.
he's a shrewd businessman.
He's
No.
a shrewd business, but he's smart.
He's smart.
He's proven that he knows how to build businesses.
That doesn't guarantee that success.
I agree 100%. It's like I would love to have a conversation a year from now.
To see what
see
it
what
looks
happens.
No,
like.
but it's like he's going out his way to piss the workers off.
Dude, he's doing nutty shit. He really is. Balloons up there for me. And the thing is, not only that, he's trying to get the Twitter population to, which is strange, to vote Trump back onto the platform, which
I saw that.
Wait,
I don't know why
the workers?
No,
the platform.
The platform. So
Oh,
users,
okay.
Twitter users.
So there's
Which is weird because if he wanted to, he could
just activate
reinstate him.
Yeah, it's his.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So you know what's really interesting? I know, like we got to close out. What's interesting is, you have like this dude has the influence to just activate somebody, but like, why do you need to ask permission of the users if it's like platform for everybody? That's free.
No,
free speech.
I agree. Which is that's the strange
It's
part.
weird.
That
like,
is.
why do you care about what the users say if you're saying I'm changing the way that Twitter's going to show up in the future?
Yeah. So
Hella
to your
interesting.
point, maybe there's a mastermind or a plan behind there of like what he's doing.
He's trying to be a disruptor, but looking
Not
crazy.
trying. He is a disruptor.
No. I'm saying in this, but in this it ain't. It sounds like it ain't working.
No. But the same thing. Same
Yeah.
thing happened with Tesla. Same thing happened with SpaceX. Same thing happened with the Boring Company.
He was firing everybody and shit.
No.
No, it's not.
no.
Tesla was a lot different than
But
this
Tesla,
experience.
he was, but he's still an asshole leader. I know.
Got it.
Just from people that I know that worked at Tesla with him.
See, that's the person you should be giving the finger to, not your friends. Not your friends.
Should be.
You know?
Can I tell you something?
No.
See,
All right, y'all.
And we're going to have guests next time.
yeah, we got to get. We got.
We're gonna have guests.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some guests. We got Leslie Harrod coming. We got Sheik. We got
And we're taking off next week because of Thanksgiving.
Sade and Hillary
Yep.
gonna come through, and then who else is on it? Your girl Mercedes. That's gonna be a good one from the drop. Shout out to her. She's gonna come through.
Which
and then
Mercedes?
Huh?
Which Mercedes?
From the drop. Her name is her stage name.
Oh, okay. Got
Is
it. Got it.
Your girl
I was just curious. Like,
Mercedes.
I know a couple of Mercedes. I was just curious.
No, not the Benz. So balloons, man.
We
Balloons.
gonna leave
up
on
there,
that
yo.
one.
You never stumble upon the unexpected if you stick to the familiar. So go out there and do your research, please.
This podcast.